The rising costs of products and a gap in supply chains are serious concerns. A new wave of price increases is about to happen, and several household items are set to double in price this winter. Let's see the 10 household and grocery products that will cost a lot in a couple of months. Number 1. Roasted coffee. Some people find it difficult to picture beginning their day with anything other than a hot cup of coffee. However, the cost of that morning pick-me-up has increased this year. The United States is the world's largest coffee consumer and importer. Brazil's coffee harvest has been hampered by drought following the frost. Prices have also risen as a result of labour shortages in the supply chain of 2022-2023. Instant coffee could be a more cost-effective option even though it is not the same as roasted coffee. While roasted coffee costs are anticipated to increase by 15.8%, the BLS says that instant coffee prices have increased by 10.8%. Instead of making purchases at the grocery store, another choice is to shop online for better prices. Retail prices for roast and ground coffee, the most common types sold in the United States, increased by as much as 50% in the fourth quarter of 2022 compared to the same period the previous year, as businesses attempted to offset higher costs according to a report. Number 2. Rice. There could be bad news in the future if, like us, you frequently like whipping up a tasty stir-fry. For the second half of 2023, there may be a rice scarcity here. Since last year, the cost of rice has increased by almost 10%, thus, it might soon be difficult to find. Climate change has been affecting nations like China and Pakistan, which might seriously hinder their ability to produce rice. Environmental elements, including flooding, droughts, and heat waves, have been contributing to this climate change. In addition, the Russian invasion of Ukraine has increased demand for rice as individuals seek alternatives to Ukrainian wheat exports. Fortunately, this shortfall is only expected to persist until the following year. Number 3. Sauces. Sauces are anticipated to have a 15.5% increase in price in the coming few months. However, if there is a shortage of ingredients, some sauces may increase in price significantly. With sriracha sauce, that is the situation. Unbelievably, a bottle of sriracha currently sells for an astounding $70 on eBay. The manufacturer of the product, Hui Feng Foods, has been battling with a chili scarcity for years, which is hampering production and resulting in certain shortages. Although some production did start up again over the recent autumn season, we still have a limited supply that keeps having an impact on our output, a spokeswoman for Hui Feng stated. At this moment, we have no estimates as to when supplies will increase, he added. Prices might go as high as $130 over the holiday season because of increased demand. Currently, 2 bottles of sriracha are advertised on Amazon for $102. Many people would never pay that much money for a bottle of sauce. If costs are this high, it must be because some consumers are in a hurry to get their hands on their favourite sauce. As the United States struggles with a tomato shortage, the cost of ketchup and pasta sauce may soon increase. Mike Montana, president of the California Tomato Growers Association, told Bloomberg, "We desperately need rain. We are approaching the point where we will run out of inventory to continue meeting customer demand." Number 4. Olives and pickles. Due to the effects of harsh weather, there has been a substantial decline in olive production in recent years. The unpredictable nature of olive output will undoubtedly be a result of the changing environment. According to Casey Korn, an expert on olives and culinary consultant, our crops aren't experiencing the same predictable surroundings that we've built infrastructure and businesses around because of variable temperature patterns and intensifying weather occurrences. Olive prices increased by 27% between 2021 and 2023, she continued, and it doesn't appear that things will get any better soon. By the holiday season, olive prices could increase by another 9%, according to Go Banking Rates research. Pickle costs, meanwhile, are anticipated to rise by 15.4% this autumn. The average cost of a pickle jar in 2020 was $6. In the future months, that cost may increase to $11, after an almost 40% increase over the previous 3 years, that is. Cucumbers are imported into the United States from Mexico, where production has been affected by rising temperatures. Cucumbers are grown in Florida and Georgia when they aren't imported from Mexico or Canada. The issue is that Florida's cucumber fields are vulnerable to hurricane damage, which can lower the amount of cucumbers available to supermarkets and pickle makers. Prices are predicted to increase since supplies are scarce. Number 5. Household cleaning products. The price of household cleaning products may have increased by double digits over the previous quarter, and will probably grow a little bit more in the following one. Costs in the category increased by 10.1% in the second quarter, and an additional increase 3 to 3.5% is anticipated. This time, increasing packaging costs are the biggest offender. A spokesman for the Unilever stated that the price of several cleaning products is already beginning to increase. Households in the United States will be the next to be affected by the price rises because resin, which is used to create plastic bottles and jugs, is expensive and in limited supply globally. He claimed that because there is a lack of supply and there's more demand, prices are now increasing. Number 6. Frozen bakery products. Frozen pies, tarts, and turnovers are going to cost more during the winter and fall. In July, food price inflation rose faster than inflation overall, driven by year-over-year increases in cereal and bakery products, which rose by almost 4%. By year's end, Americans may be paying up to 17% more due to seasonal shift in demand for these goods and the tighter supplies of major ingredients, including flour, sugar, butter, and frozen fruits. Ami Lupo, who oversees 3 business franchises in the Memphis region, claimed that an increase in ingredient costs over the past year prompted her to raise the price of an individual-sized cake from $4.50 to $5.25, a startling 16% rise. Lupo is not the only baker who has raised pricing. According to government data, the price of baked products has increased by 12.9% in the past year, which is quadruple the rate of overall price increases and nearly twice the rate of inflation for food. According to analysts, the reason for the skyrocketing prices is supply shortages brought on by the Ukraine-Russia war and lower than expected crop yields. They also noted the strong consumer demand in the face of high prices had made the issue worse. However, ingredients and bakery goods have resisted the downturn. Over the past year, the cost of flour has increased by approximately 18%, while the price of margarine has increased by almost 24%. The data showed a 12% increase in bread prices and 16% increase in cookie prices. Egg prices have increased 21% over the past year as a result of an avian flu outbreak. When Russia invaded Ukraine, the 5th largest exporter of wheat, in February of 2022, the food system became vulnerable due to the recent dismal yields of crops, including wheat, soybeans, and maize, which hampered the global supply. Hashtag number 7, household tools and hardware supplies. This category has been rising fairly consistently in price throughout 2023 thus far, up by 16% from a year ago levels. Estimates indicate that tools like hammers, screwdrivers, utility knives, flashlights, and more are susceptible to face another 6.2% hike due to a seasonal shift in consumer demand, GoBanking rates reported. Hashtag number 8, propane kerosene firewood. Consumers are no doubt feeling the sting from the sharp rise in fuels and firewood. Also impacted by rising energy prices, the category of fuels and alternative heating sources is forecasted to face a 22.6% increase in price and fall this winter. Energy is the most volatile component of inflation measures, which means high prices may bring inflation back up in the months ahead. Number 9, sugar. Those of us who enjoy sweets might not be so lucky this year. According to Business Insider, India, a significant producer of sugar, would not be raising its sugar export quota. Brazil, Europe, Mexico, Thailand, China, and Pakistan have limited sugar supplies in the meantime. There might be a global scarcity as a result of this. It's less probable that sugar will vanish from the shelves, but it's more likely that it will cost more. Given the dangers sugar poses to our health, perhaps that won't be a bad thing for all of us. Number 10, bread. According to GoBanking rates, these nations produce roughly 20% of the world's cereal grains. So if Russia's war on Ukraine continues, many bakeries and factories may struggle to obtain the necessary ingredients to make bread, leading to a potential shortage in 2023. That's it! What are some of the other household products that should be on this list, according to you? Let us know in the comments below. For more videos like this, subscribe to our channel.